The real ones trapping, they be making it happen. Them frauds flagrant and yapping, they be faking and capping. The real stay down and shine when they hoe up. Them bogus bums flexing off the last hoes glow up. The real make sure P is straight, eating steak. Punks try to weaken you and leave you with the bleakest plate. Salute to the solid that hold it down and the double thumbs down to the clowns. Let's go.
Bitch, you want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping, then bitch, you getting ignored. Okay, I'm so sick of these.
Shout out to the ladies in the game, you know, because they got a lot of challenges nowadays, man, you know, because everything is accepted and everything is respected. And it's a challenge when things ain't challenged. See, the challenge is having pride and not having pride and being ashamed of certain things. There's a lot of things that females in the game should be ashamed of, but they're not ashamed of because in spite of anything they do, they're still accepted and they're still respected. But even if you might be accepted and you might be respected, it's still not a good look if you're not producing any results from what you claim to do or what you claim to be, or you claim whatever your lifestyle is. If you're not bearing any results, it don't matter who accepts it, it don't matter who respects it, it's not a good look. But there's a lot of things that females in the game should be ashamed of. One thing for sure that females should be ashamed of is if you got folks and you call yourself getting down for him on a daily basis, and he ain't got no bad spending habits, he ain't got no drug habits, no gambling habits, no splurging habits, you know, he good with money, yet and still, even with your trap every day, he gotta accept a jug. See, me, I'm not gonna accept a jug if I got a hoe, but you know, you got certain P's that will, especially if they back is against the wall and they got certain shit going on, you know. Now, some cats is scared to put pressure on the hoe, and then you got cats that put the pressure on the hoe, and no matter what, this hoe just ain't producing like she's supposed to, and as a result, in order for P to stay afloat, he got to accept a jug from his partner. If you a hoe and your folks is accepting a jug from his partner, you should be ashamed of yourself, because your hoeing should be more than enough to stay afloat. A pimp should be able to shine off of your hoeing. A pimp should be able to thrive off of your hoeing. So if he got to accept a jug, and don't let it be a household where it's two or more hoes, you know, but even if he got one hoe, pimp shouldn't be accepting jugs if he got a hoe. And if you a hoe, they got a pimp in that situation, you should be ashamed of yourself. Also, speaking of shining, if a pimp can't shine off of your hoeing, you should be ashamed of yourself. Because let me tell you, hey, hoes love it when a P could go shopping and look good as a result of they hoeing. He done instructed her, she done followed the instructions, she done excelled with the instructions, she done came back with that big old bag off the instructions, and now they both able to shine. You know what I mean? Pimp gonna make sure you shining regardless, but hey, a pimp supposed to be able to shine off a hoe's doings. And if a pimp can't shine off of what you doing, you should be ashamed of yourself. Another reason why a hoe should be ashamed of herself is if a pimp is losing things under her hoeing, losing his place, losing his car, pawning his jewelry, selling his jewelry, or just selling shit. If a pimp is backtracking instead of moving forward, he backpedaling under your hoeing, that's not a good look. You should be ashamed of that. Especially if you know this is a pimp. He not no hustler. He ain't got no slashes on his ass. This is a pimp, which means if you come to him and he has these things already, these things came out of some hoe's ass. You might not know the hoe, but one thing that's for sure is if he's some pimping, the things that he got came out of hoe's ass. So if he was able to acquire these things under the last hoes or last hoe, and then you come around, he's losing these things under your hoeing, you should be ashamed of yourself. Another reason a hoe should be ashamed of herself is doing dates less than $100. Hey, listen, it's 2022. If you can't pay attention and see what's going on with the economy right now and how it's so much money available, something is wrong with you. You blind. You need to open your eyes and look. You know, it's more millionaires and billionaires being made every day than ever right now. Which means if it's more millionaires and billionaires being made, that means it's more 100,000aires, multi-100,000aires, and so on and so forth, right? Which means Tricks fall into that category, which means Tricks got more money to spend on your funky ass. So you should feel ashamed of yourself if you're doing 40, 50, 60, 80, any of that type, anything under $100, you should be ashamed of yourself. And a part of the reason why you feel like you have to settle for dates less than $100 is because of another reason why you should be ashamed of yourself, which is coming outside looking a damn fool. It's so many females in the game that come outside looking like they just rolled out the bed, slipped some house shoes on, walked past the bathroom, past the toothpaste, past the soap and water, past the deodorant and all of that, you know what I mean? And just went straight outside trying to catch a date. You should be ashamed of yourself coming outside looking like anything. Hey, if you look like anything, a Trick gonna feel like he could give you anything. When you come outside, it should be obvious to a Trick that you took time to present yourself to the best of your ability so that you can get the best. You look the best so you can receive the best from the Trick. You know, and if you coming outside looking a damn fool, you should be ashamed of yourself. Another reason why you should be ashamed of yourself is smoking and drinking on the job. This shit has become so cool, so accepted, so respected. But think about it. Keep it all the way real with yourself. Hey, listen, you don't even have to pretend like I'm not here. Just get alone in your thoughts by yourself. Ain't nobody around. Your whole partners ain't looking. The pimps ain't looking. The Tricks ain't nobody looking. Listen, if you smoke and drink on the track, if you on the track with pints of Hennessy in backwoods, stuffed to the brim with a quarter ounce of weed in that motherfucker, hey, you know you're not making no money. Not no real money. You're not even making $500, let alone $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 like you should be making. If you are on the track smoking and drinking with your hoe partners, you're not making no money, and you know that. And if you're doing that, you should be ashamed of yourself, because you should be out there professional. Just think about it. If you walked into Walmart and the Walmart greeter got a pint of Hennessy like, yeah, welcome to Walmart. Fucking with it. Even at Walmart, you gonna feel funny like, hell no, I ain't shopping at this damn Walmart. This shit ain't professional. So how much more about your hoeing? Or if you walk into a lawyer's office or a dental office, or if you got some type of trauma and you going to the hospital, you know what I mean, and the doctors is passing Hennessy bottles and blunts around to each other while they operating on your ass. You gonna be like, hell no. Y'all ain't finna operate on me. They're professionals. You a professional as a whole too. You should treat it like that. Another reason why hoes should be ashamed of themselves, a female in the game should be ashamed of themselves, I say, is just being comfortably out of pocket. You just got your head back and your feet kicked up and you just cool being out of pocket with the pimps. Hey, listen, like I said, just because something is accepted and respected doesn't mean it's cool. And it's not cool for a hoe to have a reputation for just being chronically out of pocket, especially if you got folks. See, you might not have the type of folks that's mashing like that, like he should be mashing, but hey, as a hoe, it's not a good look to be the type of chick that's just chronically out of pocket. See, let me tell you something about pimps. A pimp that's worthwhile having, he like challenges. So, you know, like Sugar Free said on that song, she stayed in pocket too. And I like them like that. Hey, we like them like that. We like hoes that stay in pocket. You know what I mean? Because we thinking about what the hoe gonna be like and how she gonna behave herself under my pimping. Okay, yeah, this bitch in pocket for whoever she fucking with. That's who I want. So if you just a chick that's chronically out of pocket, yeah, everybody might be accepting and respecting it, but the ones who matter, they not fucking with you. It's a bad look and you should be ashamed of yourself. Last but definitely not least, You should be beyond ashamed of yourself if you're doing bareback anything. Health is wealth. Be healthy. Take care of yourself. Cause listen, if a trick give you something that you can't get rid of, how much money is that worth? Seriously. The answer is zero. Don't even answer that. Don't say to yourself, $1 million or no, don't. No, the answer is nothing. It's not worth no money. Don't risk your health, because that $1 million, you can't spend that to get rid of a disease that you can't get. You can't spend it to get rid of a disease that you can't get rid of that could potentially kill you or make you unhealthy or whatever the case may be. No bareback nothing. And if you're doing that in the game, you should be ashamed of yourself. The bottom line is, once again, just because something is accepted and it's respected does not mean it's cool. Because at the end of the day, you have to deal with the consequences of your decisions. You dig? Have some pride about your hoeing. Take care of yourself. Go hard. Be ambitious. Be serious. Be professional. You dig? Let that marinate on your mind one time. Freezes it. Put some of this good old love in your body like so. I'll holla.
Now come and take a sip of this game. Pour it down your ear and let it drip to your brain so you can run it up, run it up. And we'll be coming up, really coming up. Take a sip of this game, let it saturate your brain. Taylor make your homework so we can match it with my name. Then attach it to your frame, right? Now you game tight. You gon' check her back the same night. Now you breaking tricks and handling thousands. While these bitches on the blade doing the mannequin challenge. Standing there looking stupid cause they has no game to hit a trick with.